Kia ora koutou and welcome to Magic the Gathering in about 3 minutes. Note we're only focusing on the duel mode of the game. It has no solo mode. It's a game for 2 or more players, playing time is short to long, and it's a pretty damn complex game. In Magic the Gathering, you are a planeswalker, a powerful magician looking to dominate their opponents in open battle. Can you summon creatures, wield powerful artifacts, and blast your opponents into dust? You can lose in many ways, but the most common is having your 20 health reduced to 0, or running out of cards to draw. Deck construction. You play with a deck of cards you have assembled. Card management. Magic is all about the cards and how they interact. Player turn. There are 5 distinct colours of cards, each with a matching land. There are also colourless and multicolour cards. Before you can play, you must build a deck of cards. Start with the lands of the colours you plan to use, then add in the mix of spell cards you want. Cards have a name, casting cost, type, keywords, special rules, and creatures have power and toughness. Magic is played on an empty table. Your deck is called the library, you discard the graveyard, and the area you play cards is the battlefield. Your opponent sits opposite you. A key concept in the game is tapping. When you activate a card, turn it to show it has been used. Your turn starts with untapping your cards and checking any upkeep. You then draw a single card and add it to your hand. Then it is your first main phase. Cards come in 6 main types. Land, sorceries, enchantments, artifacts, and creatures can only be played in your main phases. Instants can be played at almost any time. Cards can also have keywords. For example, flying means that only other flying creatures or defenders can block this angel. You may only play 1 land per turn in either main phase. To summon a creature, pay its cost in mana, hear 1 green and 1 of any, and place it on the battlefield. Creatures summoned cannot attack on their first turn. Artifacts can be used straight away. Enchantments provide either a global effect or boost a specific creature. This sorcery requires a target, so we choose an opponent's creature and take control of it. And some cards can directly target a player. If multiple effects are happening at the same time, the last one is resolved first. So in this case, the memory drain counters the negate and the shock still takes effect. Next is the combat phase. Green declares all 3 creatures are attacking and taps them. White has the following defenders. 2 of them block 1 attacker. Each does damage equal to their power. The last defender blocks the Colossus, but the white player uses an instant to make it much tougher. The scout is unblocked and does 3 damage to the player. Any creature that took damage equal to or over its toughness is placed in the graveyard. You then have a second main phase, then creatures heal, and end of turn effects are resolved. It is now the next player's turn. Why would you like this game? Magic is an amazing puzzle to solve. There is this massive pool of cards you can draw from, but only so many can go into your library. So you can spend hours and hours thinking about strategies and plans before you even play. The 5 different colors all have their own style, strengths, and weaknesses. For example, red is really good at doing damage and pretty bad in defense. With players of comparable skill and card quality, Magic is an intensely fun dueling game and can be a great social activity for a group of friends. And if you get into it seriously, there is a very strong tournament scene. You can also play it multiplayer and in different game modes like Commander. The best thing about this game is looking at an innocuous card and thinking, can I build a deck around this? However, while Magic is a good fun game, it can get very competitive, and its nature as a trading card game means that if you get into it seriously, you could end up spending a lot of money. You can always play it casually and affordably, but many people have spent a fortune on it. And it doesn't matter how good a player you are if you draw nothing but land. Personally, I preferred Netrunner as a dueling card game. And if you want the feel of casual Magic but with dice, try Dice Throne. Magic the Gathering. It's evil, but it is brilliant. 3 Minute Board Games does not do paid content. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button and like, share, and subscribe.